Hello, this is Marnelle and Alex Lee, our head winemaker, coming to you from Kiepersol. We are in the clubhouse at Kiepersol talking about port.
This is a really exciting wine. It doesn't follow a lot of typical wine rules. So in this case, this is a red wine, but you can make it out of white and rosé, but they're not nearly as popular. So you take your red wine and then you fortify it. You basically add brandy to the wine. So that's going to do a couple things. So you're going to cut off your fermentation. So you're going to maintain a decently high level of sweetness in your wine. And then this is going to jack up your alcohol all the way up to about 18.5%.
Yes.
And from there you have two different options you can really take with it once you stop the fermentation. You can do a ruby style where you barrel age it at max about 3 years. You really don't want to do even that long. We usually want to do about 1 to 2 years.
And that keeps color, right?
It keeps color and flavor.
Gotcha.
The main thing we want to hold on to with the ruby port is that nice fruit flavor compared to especially the tawny style port. So tawny in a literal sense means brown or brownie, brown-like. And when you see this in your glass, it's going to be exactly that. This is going to be aging for much, much longer in barrel and in bottle. In the case of this version for us, it's going to be 10 years on average, or all the wines inside of that. But there's some versions out there. If you go out to Portugal, where port originally came from, you're going to have 10, 20, 50 plus years. There's still some that are 100 plus years sitting in those vaults.
Listen, port is where the romance is, you guys. The thing that got me about wine when I was 20 years old was that it's time and place captured in a bottle. It's time travel. It's so romantic, and that's one of my favorite things about port.
These age and open and close very, very well. So your typical bottle of wine, whenever you open it, you've got 2 to 5 days maybe before I'd say that wine is really turned. In the case of ports, once you have it open, I can guarantee it for 3 months, but you can usually get 6 months to a year where it's still very good. And that's typical for all ports, and it has a lot to do with that higher alcohol content and the way that especially the Tawny Port is aged. Now we're working on a third version of port as well, what's called a vintage port, where we are going to have a 10-year program. So every year it's going to be really nice and complex because we can have a very wide variety of different ages, but they'll still average out to 10 years in the bottle, but you'll still get that complexity in multiple different years. And then a vintage port will just be just that 1 year that we've aged specifically and by itself whenever we find that we have had exceptional years for however long we want to. We have some for 20 years that we probably aren't going to see for a couple generations maybe.
That's exciting. We've got a couple barrels of 2003. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if we catch Alex on a good day, we could get a barrel. A very good day. We could get a barrel tasting. If you are interested in a barrel tasting, give us a call. You might catch us on a good day. Now listen, port is high alcohol, sweet wine. It's perceivably, because of that high alcohol content, some people who are the Moscato drinkers may not perceive it as sweet as they want to because it has that little bit of an alcohol burn to it. It's warming. It's a beautiful winter drink. It's a great dessert wine. In Portugal, people put it in their coffee. They put it in their Coca-Cola. They drink it as a cordial. So it's for anyone who wants to be adventurous and taste the romance in wine. Just remember, it's a little higher alcohol. So we serve it in small glasses, take it in small doses, and be responsible with it.